Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with Extra History, and today, I'm getting a little magical because we got the Golden Dawn and Aleister Crowley. I feel like I've heard that name before. Crowley. I don't know why. I guess we'll learn more about Aleister and the Golden Dawn here, so let's see what it's about. But from what we know last time, apparently we got some magic involved, so let's check it out. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's see it.
London, 1900. Order of the Golden Dawn, Isis Urania Temple. The magician
Urania?
breaks the ward and opens the door to the temple. Striding inside, he wears a kilt, a mask of Osiris, and at his belt hangs talismans and a dagger.
This
is the occultist, Aleister Crowley, and he has come for vengeance. Once he passed through this door as a member, but the inner circle have now barred him. So, he has gone to his exiled master in Paris to learn the spells that will take this building for his own. He places a foot on the narrow stairs, but sees a shadowy figure at the top. The imperator of the temple, his rival, and the man who had cast him out. Irish poet William Butler Yeats. Crowley makes the sign of the inverted pentagram, snarling an incantation, while above Yeats makes his own sigil, readying a counterspell. The Battle of Blythe Road had begun.
Man, I'm not even sure this is gonna end well. Let's see.
Thanks so much to Imprint for helping me to learn cool new stuff fast. Prepare thyself, Quillbearer. For today, we shall be revealing secrets quite different from the extremist militias, mystery cults, or Enlightenment revolutionaries we've taught you about prior. No, today, we'll be dealing with something a bit more magical. And should your mind be open to such tales, you will be elevated to the inner circle as a Helios in the Ordo Extra Historia. So what are we waiting for? Everyone, make the magic circle. Yes. Now, invoke the rune of Zoe Ascendant, and we'll tell you all about history's greatest, and probably funniest, wizard duel. We often think of the Victorian era as a golden age, specifically for Britain. But in truth, by the 1880s and 90s, many Britons were in a spiritual crisis. Victoria's reign had brought wealth, power, and technology, but also mill towns and pollution, mass poverty, and imperial cruelty. Not only did many people feel that the traditional structures of religion were not working anymore, they felt the current age needed to be destroyed and a more spiritual age born. And that is what caught W.B. Yeats' attention when a man named MacGregor began telling the young poet that he'd had visions of an apocalyptic war that would soon remake the world. This man, who's...
Well, that's a sign of, like, I want you to join my cult. Like, I mean, think about it. Jones thought of a war. Mary Bates did it, you know, back when, it was like this, like, group back in, like, the old days. Like, she had, like, prolific visions of, like, the end of the world and the coming Messiah. Like, I mean, I'm trying to remember what the woman's name was. It was, like, it's on Jack Rackett's channel known as The Box. Like, it was, like, I think I'm gonna say Mary, but I don't know. It was, like, I mean, I'm just looking this up. Like, I know it's on the channel. Let me take a look. I'm not sure if he said the name, but don't worry, I'm just doing a quick little, side trip here. Let's see here. Oh, Joanna Southcott. Right, now I remember. It was the Southcottians. Okay. Don't know why I thought Mary Bates. Wasn't that, like, Psycho? You know, the Alfred Hitchcock thing, you know? My bad. So, yeah. The Southcottians were, you know, predicting doomsday again. Like, here's a little tidbit. If the group trying to recruit you says something about a doomsday apocalypse, run for the hills, get back to your family, try to deal with the brainwashing, because you know there's not anything good coming out of that. I'm just saying. Not good. Let's see if MacGregor got anything different, though.
Real name was Samuel Mathers, by the way. MacGregor was a mystical name he'd taken on, claimed to know magic. And he was one of the founders of a mystical society called the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. The organization had started, strangely, around some coded manuscripts discovered in a bookstall. Several friends with an interest in the esoteric, MacGregor included, got together to decipher them, and ended up expanding their circle into a formal group meant as a sort of magical university. Real magic. Magic with a K. It's the K that makes it magical. Now, by magic, we mean any kind of expansion of consciousness through exploration of arcane knowledge. Many Order members had been interested in similar ideas put forward by Madame Blavatsky's new religion of Theosophy, but broke from her when she started incorporating more Eastern esoteric traditions from Buddhism and Hinduism. The Order of the Golden Dawn, by contrast, would explore the Western esoteric tradition of alchemy, ritual magic, mystery religions, numerology, Christian mysticism, and the Renaissance Kabbalah traditions associated with Queen Elizabeth's astrologer and spy master, John Dee. They also ripped off stuff from Rosicrucianism wholesale. Some of them had been English Rosicrucians, and they pulled their structure from,
I'm surprised they're still around.
With me, the Freemasons.
The Freemasons!
Yep. Grades of membership, initiation rituals, inner and outer circles, special uniforms, and passwords. We don't need to belabor the point, we're 4 episodes in here. Although their ranks were based on tarot cards, which is interesting since Arthur Edward Waite, co-designer of the Rider-Waite tarot deck, was an influential member. Yates took to it immediately, since it spoke to a sense he'd always had that the human imagination channeled the spiritual dimension. Soon he was doing experiments where he placed sigils on his friends' foreheads to see if they imparted any images relating to the meaning of the symbol. And as you might expect, the results were mixed. Yates shot up through the ranks under MacGregor's patronage, eventually becoming Imperator, or leader of the London Temple. Other members included Bram Stoker and the actress and suffrage activist Florence Farr. Together, the Order published translations of old Renaissance magic grimoires and studies of mysticism and magic. They meditated, they discussed, they debated. But not all was well in the Order. See, its broad remit gave it an inherent tension, because you had the MacGregor types on one side, who were way more interested in the occult, and then you had those like Waite on the other side, who considered all of that rubbish and exclusively pursued Christian mysticism. Then when Farr attained rank of Chief Adept in Anglia in 1897, many rankled at taking orders from him.
They left.
Feelings also soured on MacGregor when he moved to France, yet kept a stranglehold on the London Temple, insisting he was in touch with ancient masters and could grant the only legitimate revelations. And then came Crowley. Crowley and MacGregor were in touch, and he was very much in the older man's camp of occultists, pursuing magic as a way to get power. Crowley was interested in dark magic and frequently referred to himself as aligned with the Antichrist. Himself a poet, he was also deeply jealous of Yates's talent, which grew into a pathetic one-sided rivalry. But really, it was his libertine lifestyle and open bisexuality the leadership of the temple cited when they denied him the second highest grade of membership. Yeah, listen, Crowley kinda sucks, but homophobia sucks too. Furious, Crowley went to France to meet with MacGregor, who then unilaterally raised Crowley to the desired rank and taught him all the secret rituals locked behind it. Then he imparted Crowley with a mission: to take these dangerous and powerful spells he taught him, go to the temple of Isis Urania, raid it, do battle, and defeat the weak mystics. Ooh, also dress like the Celts of old in a kilt. MacGregor was sort of obsessed with the Celts, thus the name change, and wear the mask of Osiris and carry a dagger. And that is how Aleister Crowley came to be climbing up the stairs, dressed as he was, making the sign of the pentagram inversed from the opening of this episode. Yates responded, along with at least 2 other members. They bellowed and gestured, throwing sigils with their hands and calling on elementals to strike Crowley down, casting magical wards to protect themselves. But Crowley advanced towards them through a blizzard of curses and incantations, weaving his own spells in the air, besieging them in their own temple. The 2 sides battled furiously, casting spells and hexes, invoking the angelic and demonic alike, channeling elementals, and unleashing supernatural creatures. To no...
I mean, can you imagine just seeing this and just be like, what are you 2 nerds doing? Really? Like, I mean, jeez. Yeah, I mean, there's gotta be no effect. Come on. Pretty sure we'd all be doing magic if that was real, you know? Just... Hey, Ganamba. Jeez. I mean, like... I mean, do you expect anything less? So, let's just see who cracks first and just be like, okay, this is stupid.
No avail. Crowley still climbed towards them, despite their esoteric assault, as if their arcane workings had no effect on him at all. Crowley was now close. Within striking distance, his knife raised in evocation. But in the last moment, Yates drew on his reserve strength and unleashed his ultimate attack. He kicked Crowley in the face. Yep. Yeah. He just kind of decided, you know what, screw all this magic stuff. I'm just gonna boot the guy. So
Yeah.
did everyone else, actually, in this
Oh.
duel, which must have been the correct arcane counter to all of the spellcasting because it sent Crowley tumbling down the steps. At least that's how one version of the story goes. At one point, Yates claimed that his force of magicians won by calling on a higher power, namely the police, who escorted Crowley from the property and told him never to return. From there, though, the rumors just get even more bonkers. One Yates biographer who interviewed Crowley relates that the bad blood between the two continued, and Crowley later came to believe that Yates had sent a spectral vampire to chew on him in the night. Yeah. Anyway, the Golden Dawn's fractures didn't resolve after Crowley's defeat. Members drifted away from the Order over the next few years, its lack of solid spiritual doctrine and internal divisions making it less attractive than the new competing religious movements. Heck, even Yates left in 1905, following Farr's resignation. However, it did influence a range of new and alternative religions, from Aleister Crowley's own Thelema to the religion of Wicca, that was developed by a former Golden Dawn member and partially based on its philosophies. Popular culture, too, was forever changed by the Golden Dawn's ideas about ritual magic involving hand gestures, magic circles, and occult grimoires due to its publications and translations. Its principles and practices also deeply enriched the poetry of W.B. Yeats, which contained the seeds of its wide-tent embrace of multiple kinds of mysticism and philosophy, and some scholars believe he used meditation and ritual in his writing. Whether or not that's true, it still did influence some of the greatest verse in the English language. Because, in a certain way, they were right. Imagination is a type of magic. Oh, do you feel the power coursing through you, Helios? Ooh. Yes, you are now amongst the inner circle of the enlightened ones. That is, of course, again, circle with a K, because the K does, in fact, make it magical. I mean, the convenience store is just proof of that. So now, go forth and do good with your new power. But just be sure to return next week, when our teachings take us to Japan, and we dive into the founding of the infamous Yakuza, where you very well may attain the rank of Master of History. And to help you prepare for this transformation, O Seeker of Knowledge, let me ask you a question. In those small moments of your life when you...
Oh, there it is. Just so many divisions. It was just like... Yikes. I mean, I can't blame him, but... I mean, can you imagine just, like, doing all the spells and be like, you know what, screw it. Yeah! Just right in the face, down the stairs. What I would pay to see that happen, you know? Just go back in time, just watch them, like, spellcast, and just watch it, just, like... What I would pay to see that fight, you know? That would have been funny to see, you know? Well, till next time, guys. Adios.